Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right, today, after much discussion with the wife, we've decided to put the fridge underneath the bed, because it ain't going to really work out within the kitchen units because it's going to take up too much room and dead space. So I'm in a process of cutting with the almighty tool from the other side. I've just got to prop those cables up. I'm getting so involved with the build that I keep forgetting to get the filming done. So I've just been caught without wearing a mask by the missus, so she's had a go at me. So always wear appropriate PPE unless you want to get it in the ear from your missus. Right, back to that. I've just got to prop those cables up so I can cut all the way through up the top bit there. Then I can slide the fridge in hopefully. I've done it into the right dimensions. Well, it should be all right. Fridge on the other side. I drew a line around it. So if that's wrong, then anyway, right, get back on it. See you in a minute. Right, okay then. Right, so I cut out the hole, stuck the fridge in there. Just having a mess with it now just to make sure, so I can push it back a little bit, just to see whereabouts it's going. But then I'm going to put some wooden framework on the inside, so the other side to this side, so because you get these holes here, so I need to put some decent wood around the top, well around the sides, so I'll put it around the top as well, so it just pinches it in there. Then I can screw in through these plastic caps. So you take these plastic caps off, but then you have to drill through from the outer, go through to the outer skim of the fridge. So it's got a bit scary, I suppose, when you do that, because once you drill into it, you got holes inside. But then you take, put a screw through there, fix the wood so it's in good solid, it's not going to move anywhere, and you just put those caps back over it. So you'll have to remove that, which is easy enough, just to get to that one there. Right, so yeah, so far so good. Right, so let me mess around with that and I'll be back and I'll show you what I've done. What I am going to do is just going to cut a little bit off of there, because I nicked it a bit there, but for some reason I've gone wonky anyway, so I'm just going to cut along that bit and neaten it up, sand it down. Then eventually I'm going to carpet that bit anyway, so any rough edges, it's going to be hidden anyway. But I'm not going to carpet it quite yet because I want to do the showers in, but the kitchen unit, so I don't know whereabouts. So I'm going to go, I'll put a rough mark down there, so like 500 from the edge of the van to there. So that's what I'll probably do, is carpet to that bit. But with that bit there, I might end up cutting a bit more there, because I've measured centrally for where the fridge is going to be placed, from the edge of the shower, obviously, plus the thickness of the ply on the shower wall there, and from the kitchen. So I've sort of like measured it halfway, so it'll look even as you walk up to the fridge. So that isn't, so I need to cut that eventually just a bit more up there to make it centralised with the fridge. As you can see, it looks a little bit off at the moment, so once I've cut that, whenever that will be, I will carpet that bit as well. So yeah, right, just going to neaten up the hole, then shove the fridge in it. Right, so I'm at the back of the van now, using the I think it's 63 by 39, could be wrong, possibly am wrong. But what I'm going to be doing is fixing it up. I've got to have to move the wire in a little bit, so I'm going to have it that way, and not that way but that way on there, so it gives me plenty of space to fix the fridge to on the side there. So right, I'm just going to go away, measure up, then fix it, then slide the fridge in the hole, fix it, then wire it up, then hopefully it'll work. Yeah. See you in a bit. Right, this is the hole so far. Right, so that's the battening in, fixed from the other side. I'm just going to sort out these, or tidy these cables up. But first I want to offer the fridge in there just to make sure it does go in around there. Once I put that in there, it might have changed a little bit. So I'll just slip the fridge in there, see if it'll work all right. Then I can tidy up the cable in. Then I can go around the other side to the front of the fridge and pop the caps and drill holes in the side of the fridge and then fix. Then I can wire up. So that's what the fridge looks like from behind. So that's the framework around it. Just neaten those cables up there. I will do some more tidying up with those cables, but I've got more cables to run yet, so I'll be cable tying them or doing some kind of fixing so it's neat and tidy, because it's not neat and tidy at the moment. Right, let's take you around the front. Right, okay, so we are now at the front of the fridge. Right, so I'm just going to push it back a little bit, make sure the door opens and it doesn't catch on that side bit there. Then I can pop the caps, then drill, then fix. Right, so that is fixed. I don't know if you can see the screw in there. So all four are screwed. That's your cap, that just caps over and done. So that is in there. So just going to have a look behind, see if the screws are popped out. Well, they shouldn't have done. Yeah, all good. So just to see a screw in there, so it hasn't come through the wood. It's also it's got a nice strong fixing. So that ain't going anywhere. Alright. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire it in, but I'm going to have like a little LED switch for it. So I'll indicate it with a blue LED light. So it'll indicate that it's on. Similar switch to that. So I'm going to do that so it's somewhere within the area of the fridge, ideally on top, but yeah, should be able to do that. Just on that side of the fuse box, just round about there somewhere. Right, okay guys, right, just check the mic's working, so I don't want to speak for half an hour, not that I speak for that long anyway, but I don't want to speak and then find out that there's been no volume. Right, okay, so I temporarily wired in the fridge just to make sure it all works, so I can put the rocker switch in. Right, so what I've done, you've got your main tails and that from the fridge, you've got a 15 amp fuse in there. Take that out before you wire it in. That's just recommended by the manufacturers. I got this from Just Campers out in Hook, Odium, Basingstoke way in the UK. What I've done then, I wired it into the LED rocker switch. So right, let's go through this. So the tails of the fridge I put into a Wago connector block, going into the middle, which is the power feed for the light. Then you've got the outgoing power, which will go up to your fuse box, which I put in a 10 amp fuse. Then with the ground, that's so like from the fridge, you trace it back to, I'll put it in another Wago block. Then from that Wago block, the ground goes to the ground terminal in the switch, which you'll find in these switches, it's a gold colour. It's the only terminal that's gold, so that just indicates that it is a ground cable. It's always the power always goes into the middle. It could probably go onto the outside as well, but it's just for the light, the LED light to come on. It's good to have it in the middle. So then from the ground, it goes into that same Wago that I had the fridge tail going into. Then coming out of that Wago, got it going into the negative or the ground of the fuse box. So right, let me switch on the solar panels. because it's only a 12-volt fridge. Right, there we go. Right, that's on, off, on. Excellent. Right, so that's all working. Right, let's go around and have a look at the fridge. Right, welcome back to the front of the fridge. Right, on. Okay, I haven't got a clue how these settings work yet because I haven't figured that out. I haven't read the instructions. Instructions. Ugh. Get the wife to look at that. Right, so yeah, well, I know power's going to it. So what I want to do then is put the switch around about, well, somewhere above it, so I can switch it on and off from the inside of the living quarters. Right, so I'm going to crack on and do that. Let's see you in a minute. Right, I'm in the process of wiring this in correctly. Right, because I did it temporarily before, so I only used 1.5 cable just to wire it in, just because I had some tails free with the terminals on it. So what I've done now, I've upgraded the cable to 3mm cable. Right, I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm just going to drill a hole in the thing so I can put the switch in. Right, I carefully drilled a 20mm hole. At least better on the other side, the face, the side that you're going to see it. Right, so I'm just going to disconnect that, then put the old switch in the other side, then I can push in all the connections, then I can get it up and running. Right, so for now, I've just cable tied it there, just to stop it flapping about while I'm driving. Once I get more wires in there, I'm going to do a little bit better than what it is, because it is still scruffy. So once I get everything where I want it, I can alter it anyway. But then again, it's in the back of the van, so nobody's going to see it apart from me. Right, so I've located the switch just above the operating of the fridge. So there you go. So not that you need an indication light, because you've got indication that it's on there, but it's just nice to isolate it if needs be from this side, because it's going to be a royal pain in the backside if you have to run around to the garage, especially if it's raining outside. But no, I'm happy with it. Right guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. Please like and just subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care guys, bye for now.